Hello. How you doing? Let me know if anybody's live here. It's been, I think because it's Sunday, all of the technology, it's kind of like resting right now, taking a vacation. And my phone was very good put on, and now it's like, it doesn't let me like leave it on something. Oh, I got it. Hands free. Yay. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Jennifer. How you guys doing? Hi, Jen. I've missed you. How are you guys? Whoa, it's been kind of crazy morning here with technology, making me feel like kind of dumbed down or something. But I'm super, super excited to be here with you. Thanks, Michelle and Megan, for inviting me and letting me come on and share with you my experience. Hi, Patty. How you doing? To Be Mindset has completely changed my life. So backstory to what Michelle was telling you about me. I did lose a lot of weight, maybe 80 pounds with the containers and the programs, and I loved it. But I got to a point that even with the containers, I started yo-yoing. I don't know if that's how you say it. And so I started going up and down because it's like, okay, it's a 21-day fixed program. And yes, you see results. And after the 21 days, it's like a week or two until you decide what you're going to do. If you are kind of like me, a kind of sort of procrastinator, not planning in advance. So it's like in that week or two, I will kind of undo what I did in those 21 days. Because it was, even though it's like you eat all these food groups and everything, it doesn't change your mindset. It doesn't, for me, it wasn't doing it. I mean, I know it changes for a lot of people, but for me, it wasn't doing it. And the relationship that I had with food wasn't doing it. So like in my case, like I was even, I even grew up, like, you know, when you get rewarded by food. Like I don't remember, not like everybody in my family was like heavy or obese or fat. So it was kind of a norm to me. It was kind of a usual to have seconds of rice and chicken or steak and anything and not having any vegetables on our table. Like that was kind of like the normal, you know? So going into these programs and using these containers and learning to eat veggies and learning to eat fruits and learning to eat everything, it helped a lot. But then when I was invited to Be Mindset, I had just finished phase 1 of the 80-day obsession group. And I loved the workouts. I loved what it was doing with my body, but the time nutrition wasn't working for me. My schedule was so tight, and I know I heard about this from a lot of people that they really were struggling getting their foods in, but they were doing it because they were sticking to the program. But for me, it wasn't satisfying me. And I don't mean in a empty stomach kind of way. I mean in kind of my heart or my passion wasn't in the program itself. It's like I was screaming for a way out of it. And when I was invited to Be Mindset, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like now, like, where do I sign? And I signed the paper and started right away. To Be Mindset, it's different. It's a mindset program. It teaches you super simple principles that you do and you can do in your daily life. And you will be able to live free from like all this addictions to sugar and addictions to fatty foods and addictions to everything, because you will really understand what those type of foods do to your body. Like you will learn to listen to your body. It's like an inner connection that you develop that it's amazing. It's simple. It's honestly just 4 simple steps that you follow every day, and it's only those 4. Like there is no extra anything. I mean, if you want to work out, it counts as extra credit. That doesn't mean you get to eat more because you work out, but it's just like something extra that you did for your body that day. And you literally see the weight come off every single day. I eat like an egg omelet in the morning, but I put it in a sandwich with like 2 slices of bread. And then I have like rice and chicken and veggies for lunch. And then roasted vegetables with like chicken or steak for dinner. And I'm full all day. I'm not snacking throughout the day. Yes, I do. I have my Shakeology, whether it's in the morning or early afternoon. That's my only snack. But other than that, I'm not reaching out for different foods. I don't feel like I need to. My body doesn't need it. And then I get up the next morning and I step on the scale and I'm like, I see like a pound off or 2 pounds off. And then if that day I feel like I want to drink, I have my drink, but I follow my principles and I follow what I have to do. I enjoy my drink. I don't feel like I'm cheating. And the next day, I still see weight come off. Same thing for like little sugars that we want, because it's like, if you have that addiction, you work through it. But then if you still have like that, like, oh, I want like this tiny piece of cake or this tiny piece of cupcake, you can enjoy it and you don't feel like you're cheating, because it's part of your life. Like, this program is not designed for like a 30-day program or a 21-day program or an 80-day program. This program is designed to change your life. And if you let it, it will. Like, it will definitely change your life, change the way you see food, be able to sit down at your table with your family and eat the same type of foods that they're eating. Yes, you're cooking healthier. Yes, you're making better choices when going grocery shopping. Yes, you're doing all of these healthier tricks and lifestyle, but you're making it into a lifestyle. You're not making it into like, oh, I'm on a diet, I can't have that cookie. Or I'm on a diet, so I can't go on a girls' night out, or I can't go on a date, or I can't go anything. It's designed for you to be able to enjoy, live your life, enjoy the foods that you like, and understanding what those type of foods does to you and how you react to them. This program comes in like kind of a course. It's a video library, for lack of better term. You know, my English sometimes kind of, I think my English on a Sunday also goes to sleep. But it explains to you. It explains, if you've seen all the information that Michelle and Megan have shared in this group, you know of Ilana's story. You know how she was yo-yoing her whole life, all through school, through high school and everything. And she was able to lose 100 pounds. And she co-created this program. But you have to understand, she's a registered dietitian, so her private practice is doing this for other people and charging like over $200 an hour. And now we're gonna get everything on a video library when it comes live, and it's going to be amazing because you're going to have it right there and then when you need her the most. So if you're on a night that you need it and you're going through, I don't know, like you have a date night at night, or you have travel plans for the weekend or travel plans for the next week, you can go into your video library, check for that video and watch it, listen to her. And it's like if you have that private session, but right on your phone or right on your computer. And it's seriously amazing. In my personal experience, this program has given me my life back. And I'm not only talking about, yes, I see the pounds come off, but every time I've been on a program or using the containers, I've tried to make foods that my family will do it as well, and we will be, you know, sharing type of kind of almost never sit on the table and have dinners together, because the foods were so different, or because they were eating at a time that I wasn't supposed to be eating, or I needed to eat before or after or something like that. But now it's like my husband even says that he has his wife back because we can enjoy the same foods. Right now, for example, our brunch this morning was chilaquiles. Well, we're Hispanics. My husband is Mexican, and his birthday is in the weekend. So it's a side note. I brought his mom from New York, and we were having chilaquiles, which is, if you know, it's corn tortillas with green sauce, or if you didn't know. And we added some topics like steak and eggs, which is protein and carbs. And that was our brunch. And I was able to sit down and enjoy it with them, with some crema and cheese on top and avocado. Like, I no longer have to choose between cheese and avocado. And if you've done any of the programs and that wasn't hard for you, kudos for you. But for me, choosing between avocado and cheese was like heartbreaking. And now I can have both. Hey, Andrea, how you doing? I think I saw one question. I know I'm rambling. It was going to be easier if we had Michelle and I and Megan, like the three of us on live, or then the live of Michelle and myself, because we were going to do kind of questions that they've been previously asked. But if you guys can write down your questions, any questions that you have on the comment sections, that way I don't ramble. Otherwise, you'll have me here rambling for like forever. And we need to go enjoy our Sundays. So let me see questions that we have. It was okay, so I'm not alone on that one. Like cheese or avocado. It was like why can't I have both? They taste different, and avocado is technically a fruit, so why can't I have both? But that it's freeing. Like the food choices, you do get food choice, the food list, the food groups, they're a little bit different. If you have done any Beachbody programs before, the grouping of the foods are going to be a little bit different, but they're a lot simpler. And she explains everything. You get everything on a video, on video. So it's not like, yes, you do get your starter guide like printed and you can read through it if you like reading, but if you read through it and you still have questions and you're like, what do I do? Obviously, besides asking your coach, you can watch the video. She does everything on video. She explains every single principle, every single food group, what it does to your body, what it's meant to do. And she goes through the video. She explains to you and gives you a few recipes, or I should say a lot of recipes and choices for breakfast, for lunch, for dinners. And she explains to you how to balance it out. That way you're balancing it in a way that you still feel satisfied. You eat bigger portions throughout the day and you wake up feeling lighter with, like, technically you've been stepping on the scale and you feel lighter. Truly, the videos you will get once it's launched on May 2nd if you're interested. And I know Michelle and Megan will touch on the prices when it becomes available. Michelle, what has been the biggest change I have made in the past 6 weeks? It will sound silly, but honestly, the biggest change that I've made was using the scale. And that's one little tip that I can give you and let you know. Using the scale. I know previously in the past, redundant, I know, but like other programs that we've doing, we try not to step on the scale, like kind of not frustrate us, because our bodies are going through changes between muscle and losing fat and all of this. So we try to step away from the scale. But if you sit down for a second and you think, well, let me go back and say that works for those programs because you are exercising and doing all these changes at the same time. But for this program where exercise is not required and you're focused 100% on nutrition, then the scale is a must. If you think back, whether this is your starting point or when you first started losing weight and you realize how much like you weighed, like when I stepped on the scale, and I remember it was because I had a doctor's visit, my stomach, my gastritis was over the roof, and I went to the doctor's and he told me I was like 260 something pounds. I honestly don't remember. I was in shock. I literally went home and cried. I knew in my heart I had avoided looking at myself in the mirror for the past year or two or maybe 3, taking pictures because I didn't like the way I felt. I felt disgusted with myself. So when this program started and we were told that we needed to use the scale every day, I was like, I'm afraid, because we're always afraid of the scale. And then I sat down and I thought about the time that I realized how heavy I was, and it was because I was sitting at a doctor's visit. What if I would have weighted myself more often before? What if I would have, in those 3 years, stepped on the scale at any given time? I would have cut myself, or maybe kind of had in the back of my head that, okay, it's not only that you're not feeling your best, you're not doing the best for your body either, for your health. Like the numbers are going up intensively, and they went up, and I am only 5'4". It's not like I'm very petite, but it's not like I'm tall. So I really that scale, kind of like when I weighed myself, that's when I decided I needed to do something, and now I weigh myself every day, and you get to realize what your last day's choice was. Like if you had for dinner, what type of veggies you had, what protein you had, and you wake up and you lose weight, then you'll see, okay, that dinner was great. What did I have for lunch that day? What did I have for breakfast? That whole day was a winner. And then if you change a few things and you realize that instead of losing, you stayed the same weight, or you only lost a few ounces, or you went up a few ounces, or even a pound, and then you realize, what did I do different the day before from the previous days? Did I drink enough water? Did I follow the meals that I've had? And then you'll see and you can relate and you can check yourself at that moment that you either did not lose or just gained a pound or two, and you can go back and see, okay, what did I do here? What did it work for me before? I see a few questions coming in. Trudy, yes. I don't know if I said that, but yes, it provides with samples for everything for you to follow. It's a whole different mindset about the scale. Yes, Michelle, it totally is. Like, she's now my best friend. We are buddies now, and we're buddies because this is PG-13, because my word of choice would have been differently. But we do, Michelle, we do track everything. That's clue number 2 that I can give you. And I think that's the top of my clues. We track everything. Everything that goes in your mouth, you track. So there is no cheating. You ate a piece of chocolate, you ate it, you track it. As long as you track everything that you're eating, you are not cheating. But then the next morning when you step on the scale, when you see those numbers, then you can check yourself and check your tracker and see, what did I do? What if you went up or if you went down? You can always double check yourself. So at the end of the day, or at the end of the weeks, or once you've completed a month, you can see, okay, how much did I lose? Like, I lost 17 pounds. And it's almost as if you wrote a book about your own weight loss story, which is insane. It's amazing. Like, you don't need to read any other book. It's your own book, and you've written with your own experience and your own tracking and what did you do differently every single day. And every day you also track, obviously, your weight. So you're seeing how it fluctuates depending on what you've put into your body. Almost bitter. I know when one diets or restricts, it can make them almost bitter towards food, even though they're happier because they're losing weight. How would you say your overall mindset has changed food, body, image, emotions wise? Melissa, it's great because it's not a diet. Because I get, I'm happy that I'm losing weight, but I'm also happy that I'm having a drink with my husband. I'm also happy that I'm getting to eat the same foods, just like I did a little bit differently. So I get to feed my family healthier foods, and they're still loving it because they're not just eating bland, boring food. They're eating the same foods that we're eating, just differently. My mindset with food, now I see it as fuel for my body. It is what food truly is, and I understand what proteins does to my body. I understand what veggies are needed for my body. I understand when carbs are needed for my body. So you see, it's like that when, what, and how kind of combination with food in your body. It's freeing. It's not like a 21-day program. It's not 30. It's a complete lifestyle. Like, you can live with it. I know the people actually that were in our test group that got to go to Mexico, I think only one of them came back the same weight, and then other people came back like losing 2 to 3 pounds. Some others lost even 4 or 5, and they were away in Mexico for a vacation with, you know, all of Beachbody leaders, and they had a blast. They weren't not drinking or not going out or not doing this type of stuff because they were changing the lifestyle. They were actually enjoying all this time with friends, family, and still seeing weight coming off their bodies. Trudy says, do you find yourself feeling full after following this program? Do you maintain a journal, or what do you eat and day, and mark how you did each day in weight loss? Yes, Trudy, that's kind of hold on, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Must be the Sunday thing. I think we should do this like on Mondays. Yes, you do maintain the program, and I think what Michelle and Megan have shared as well, it's a little bit of what the program comes with. And Ilana has made a quick video, I don't know if I saw it here, of what the program brings, and it does come with a tracker. So you get to track everything that goes in your food. If you worked out, it has like, did you work out today? It is extra credit. It's not required. You don't have to schedule it in. I mean, obviously, if you feel great, you feel more energy, you're going to want to do more with your body, meaning squeezing a workout here and there. But yes, you do track everything. You do start with your weight. There's something that I've learned even a while ago, like your one true weight is the one that you wake up with. So in the morning, when you go to the bathroom, after you go to the bathroom, you get, fully naked, you step on the scale, that's your weight. And if you get to do that every day, then you'll see tracking, especially if you track the foods afterwards, then you'll see how your body is reacting to everything. And to answer to your question, yes, I'm full. I don't starve. I eat my big breakfast and then big lunch and then big dinners. Like, I eat. It's a lot of bigger portions compared to what I've used to before. Yes, Carla, that's on the sodium. But then again, you can, and this is kind of a little trick, not from the program, but what I've learned from myself, like doing the program. When I get things that has sodium in it, I either drink double the water or get like a green tea. I drink mate tea, but afterwards, and it helps digest all that sodium. But like, water is your best friend when it comes to that. Colleen, no, there is no calculation on this program. So you do not eat according to what your weight. You don't have to do that calculation in it. She just tells you the type of meals that you need to have, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and how to balance each of those. Whether you want to balance it and your total portion is like this, or you balance it and your total portion is like this, as long as your meal is balanced, then you're good. You're following the program and you're going to see your weight come off. You're going to realize, and that's something that happened to myself, that at the beginning, it was like, oh, free and all this food, and you're trying to eat more because you can, and then you start listening to your body, and your body doesn't really finish that big portion, so you start adjusting your portions according to what your body needs. The program is, yes, it does cover mindset issues, emotional eating, binging, all that, because Ilana went through them a lot. So it does cover, it does help. Plateaus, yes, this is a program that I've had. I saw a few coaches that were like, they said yes to the test group because they've been plateauing, I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure, I'm sorry. For like 2-3 years, they haven't been able to lose weight, even though they're eating healthy and exercising and doing everything right, and they were able to break through that plateau. So it's an emotional eating. It touches a lot. Once you're able to track and see what the food does to your body, like once you get that type of mindset of writing everything down or weighting yourself every day, you get to realize what those binging does to you on a daily basis. So like, let's say you binged last night for you had a bottle of wine and a bag of chips, and you wake up 2 pounds heavier. Okay, it's 2 pounds heavier. You might think it's only 2 pounds. It's like, I can lose it. But then what if you didn't wake up and cut it that morning? What if you went ahead and do it all week? Then it would have been like a 10-15 pound gain. And then she has amazing videos that touches on these emotional eatings and gives you tips and things like that to get through them. I wish I could have remembered all of them, or that I could even tell you all of them. But trust me, she has a video for everything. A video for the principles, a video for your lunches, for your breakfast, for your dinners. If you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, if you're going to travel, if you need help shopping, going through the aisles, reading labels, she has everything that you need. How often do I eat throughout the day? I eat 3 times a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I have my Shakeology, kind of my afternoon snack, just because there is a bigger lapse between lunch and dinner in my day, but I have that in the middle of the afternoon. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, I think I'm still sweating. Yes, Suzanne says, Jess, I think this is going to be a more wonderful program for those of us in the little older generation who need to learn a more healthy lifestyle yet. Yes, we have, and it has been a great success. We have a few that are over 50. One of them is 55. And I think her name is Suzanne as well, if I'm not mistaken. She's 55. She's been doing it as well the same time as I have been 6 weeks. She has lost 22 pounds so far, not working out. And she's heavier set. So that's another person that this is good for. If you're heavier, if you had any type of knee injuries or hip replacement surgery, something like that, an injury that doesn't allow you to work out, but you still need something to lose weight, then this is it. Because it's like, it's not a diet, it's a complete lifestyle, and your mindset towards food, your mindset towards living a healthier lifestyle, like realizing that living healthy, it's not starving yourself, it's not just eating lettuce, it's not skipping meals, it's not just having water all day long. That this program will give you, like, if you're going through that, if you're trying to lose weight doing one of those things, you're going to realize that this program is going to give you like your life back, like, honestly. Cindy, eating certain portions of different categories of food, yes. When she goes through the videos of like how to eat your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, she tells you what food groups goes into what and how to balance everything out according to it. So there is no container. You do not measure them. You just see them in the big portion that you're eating to go through it. And I know it's kind of hard to explain it without telling you what she does. And unfortunately, I can't tell you yet. I'll be happy to come on after the program is live and give you more details because it's already live. But yeah, she goes through kind of how to balance it or how to portion it out, each food group. Does this address sugar addictions? Yeah, she does have a video about it. How to deal with those addictions and binging and all of those. Do you have to count calories or containers? No, you don't. And I'm happy to say you don't, because I loved it. Like I said, I'm not saying anything bad about the containers. They helped me. They honestly came a point in my life to give me my life back. When I met Michelle, and this is just a little more information, but besides going to a doctor and seeing my weight, I got into a deep depression because of how much I weighed. I even thought about killing myself at some point because I was so heavy. And I met Michelle. And I met the portion control. And it saved my life. It really saved my life. I lost like 80 pounds. So they do work. In this program, you don't need them. Because it's not a 21-day, like I said. And I think I've said it a few times, and I'm sorry to be repetitive. But it's not a 21-day program or a 30-day program. And the containers are great. Counting and doing the calculations are great when you're doing that type of program that has a kind of a beginning and an end. This program is more of a complete lifestyle, and it truly is a lifestyle. So you don't need to count or recalculate or check in the containers anymore. You just like eat and live your life and go out and enjoy dinners and do all this stuff without having to count anything. So if you're gonna go with this program, you don't need to count anything else. You're welcome, Jen. Yep, Suzanne, they no exercise allowed, and you still see a lot of weight. Carla, can you add another snack? It depends on your body, and that's a great thing about this program. For the first few days, you can follow as she says, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then you can see how your body reacts. Are you waking up with a headache? Are you feeling lightheaded? Does your body feel like you need more food? Then you can certainly add snacks. So like I was saying before, as long as you track it and you write it down, you're not cheating. Just make sure what you're eating, you put it down. That way the next morning, whatever weight you see on that scale, then you see and you can kind of reflect and see, how did I do, or why do I see it? Did I lose? Did I not? What type of snacks did I eat? Were they the best choice for me? And things like that will help you out. Thank you, ladies. Do you have any man in the test group? Yes, we do. He's actually from here, from West Palm, in Florida. He has lost, I believe it was 20 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I can actually grab his pictures and grab the men's test group pictures from the test group that I have and share it with you in the program, in this group, if you want to see them. I think it's kind of not fair that men have a faster metabolism than we do. So even if we do, I don't know if it's the same in your house, but in my house, if my mom went on a diet, my dad will lose weight faster, even if he wasn't following 100%. And same thing in my house, my husband will lose weight faster than me. But it's because of the way, their body's genetics, like they have faster metabolism, but they've had great success in it. Yes, Rachel, it can help a lot of people. Like, you don't have time to work out, or you're actually not feeling that great, because it's a lot of people that want to change and that want to lose weight. And I don't know if any of you can relate, but then the thought of actually working out scares you because you're afraid that you won't be able to do a move, or you won't be able to do as great as the modifier is doing, which we shouldn't compare to obviously the cast of the groups, but I've done it myself, so I know a lot of people do it as well. And this is great for those people that are either afraid of workout, or because of how heavy they are, or any injuries that they have, they can't work out. They can start with the nutrition. And honestly, nutrition is like 90% of, a weight loss goal. So it's like, as long as you're doing your nutrition, you're going to lose the weight. Of course, at some point down the line, once you start losing the weight, you're going to need to tone up and do some exercises. But to start, it's a great lifestyle to have. Yes, Michelle, we were meant to be. Were any of the test group participants allowed to exercise, or wasn't it? We were allowed to exercise. It was up to us. My lazy butt decided not to. And it was tax season, so it was great for me because I had so much work that I just followed the nutrition. We had people doing 80-day workouts. We had some people doing T25. We had people doing 21-day fix, and others just rotating all throughout the programs. But you can commingle and combine them and, see the results. There's this one lady that had great results combining the 2B mindset with T25. I'm going to share her pictures in the group so you guys can see it. It's your choice. You need to fit my bitch bar in. It does fit in. It definitely fits in. I'm so tired all the time. Does this help? Yes. Because if you're tired, most likely it's because of the foods that you're eating. The type of carbs that you're giving your body, the type of proteins that you're giving your body, not enough veggies, or maybe you're giving them kind of at the wrong times of the day, if I'm explaining myself correctly. But yes, it will give you so much energy. That's why this program says workouts is extra credit, because it's extra credit. But once you start losing the weight, once you start getting all this new energy from all the good foods that you're having, you're going to want to work out at some point. So that's why it's great. You're gonna have so much energy. This is a program that your whole family can follow. You can have your husband, your kids, teens, grandmas. The test group is full with moms breastfeeding. We had 1 or 2 pregnant. Obviously, there is different type once you get your hands on the program, on the information of like if you're in weight loss mode or just maintaining. It's basically, honestly, the same thing. I see it, but it helps everybody. Like there is no restrictions on it. It's different. Miranda is asking if you track. Is it similar to Weight Watchers at all? My mom used to do Weight Watchers, and they track and they weigh, but they weigh. I think it was every week that my mom used to go for weigh-ins, and because she would go, I think it was on a Friday to weigh herself. She knew that Saturday or Sunday she could kind of cheat because she didn't have until next Friday to weigh. So she kind of tricked the scale that way. And I know they work on a point system depending on your foods. So their tracking is different because they convert it into points. You just track your food. You don't have to convert or know or, convert the labels. I think it's the calculation that they do. I don't remember 100%. But it's different. Because Weight Watchers are kind of just strict to those points and whatever they tell them to eat. You cannot eat anything outside. This one, it just teaches you the food groups, kind of the list of the best fit, and then you can just run with it and do the meals that you love. Support during the program, I was in the test group, so I had obviously the support of the other people in the test group, plus Ilana. We were blessed, the people in the test group, to have Ilana, the co-creator, literally comment on every single question we had, and she was there for us anytime, so the support was amazing. Was I hungry? No, I wasn't, and that's what I loved about this. I'm not hungry. I have my breakfast, I then have my lunch, and I have my dinner. I'm not hungry during the day at all. When I say that this has changed my life, it has. I'm not thinking 24/7 about food, because either I just have it or I know I'm going to have it later. I know I'm not going to eat a boring salad for dinner, so I'm going to be thinking about steaks and potatoes all day. I can eat what I like, and my personality, the lady that I am, I love steak, and I'm eating that and losing weight, so I'm happy. You're doing D25, Sarah? Good. Yes, it works great. What about people who are picky eaters? For example, someone doesn't like a lot of veggies. Could this program work for them? So funny you say that, Amy, because we had a lady in the test group that she was our picky eater. She was a person that was like, I hate vegetables. But we all, in a support group, we all come up with different ways to make vegetables. So it's not like you need to eat that salad that you don't like, or those carrots that you don't like. There's so many options out there, so many ways to make it, that I guarantee you are going to end up loving. Whether it's not 100% of all the vegetables out there, you're going to love at least those 20%, and those 20% will lead you to a weight loss. It really works. Oh, thank you. Yes, Ilana is hosting one. So if there are any questions, I think I went through them. It's been a pleasure. I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties. Earlier, you're a veggie hater. I'm not. I haven't been. I love them. But like I said, right now she's loving the vegetables that she found, and it is good. You don't have to eat them the way your mom made it and you hate it. There's so many ways out there to make them, and the point of having a support group, or buying it through, or getting the program through a coach, is that you have that support. So it's not only you thinking how you can eat these vegetables, it's you plus all the ladies in the group, plus your coach, plus the recipes that Ilana gives, that we are all going to help you find ways for you to follow it and love the vegetables, or like them. So if that was it, ladies, thank you so much. If you have any more questions, you can post them, and I'll try to come back later and answer them. Yeah, kind of. I'm glad she's not here watching that. You're welcome. If you have questions, be excited. It will change. If you've struggled with your weight, with food, this will for sure change your life. So just be ready for when it comes live. Thank you so much. Have a great one. Bye bye.